Hey guys, it's Maddie or Books with Maddie. Today I am doing my first ever book haul. Wow, exciting stuff happening. So I'm pretty much going to get right into it because I have a bunch of things that I want to show you guys. Just like disclaimer, so as far as synopsis go, I've seen some people do book hauls with a synopsis, other people do book hauls without synopsis. I'm going to the best of my ability, from what I know about a book, describe it to you, but I really like to go into books blind. So I will tell you what I know, but I don't want to read the synopsis word for word because number one, they'll take a long time, and number two, I don't really want to know what's going on in the book yet. I'm going to start off with the books that I received for my birthday. So it was just my birthday a couple of days ago, and I got some books for my family. So I'm going to show you those first and just go through them. So the first two I got from my dad. The first one is My Beloved World by Sonia Sotomayor. She's a Supreme Court Justice, and I love her so much. I am so excited to read this. I've heard it's really, really good. Yeah, I don't know if this needs a synopsis. I feel like it's about her. I think it's like a biography, so I don't really think that needs synopsis, but I'm really excited to read that. And the second one is My Own Words by Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So this is obviously about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who is another Supreme Court Justice if you don't know, and she is amazing, and I love her with my entire heart, and I am so excited to read this book. I hope to read these very, very soon. Okay, so the next one I received was from my mom, and she got me Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. I've never read from Elizabeth Acevedo before, so this will be my introduction to her writing. I believe this is written in verse. From what I can see, it is so it is written in verse, and it follows the story of two girls who don't know their sisters, I believe, and they find each other after the death of their father, and they're sisters, and they're like, well, we're sisters. That's all I know. I'm really excited about reading it. I don't know. Clap When You Land, Elizabeth Acevedo. The next two I received from my best friend Jay, and they are, the first one is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. I've heard such good things about this. I've heard Books and Lala especially recommend this book, and so I'm very excited to get into it, along with The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Obviously, I'm sure you've heard of this book. I don't really know the synopsis of either of these, to be honest. I'm pretty surprised I don't know the synopsis of this one. I know it follows a girl named Star. It has to do with police brutality and such, and so I thought it was very relevant, and it's taken me forever to get my hands on this book, but now that I have it, I'm reading it soon, very soon. The last book I received for my birthday was The Hunger Games, which you're probably like, why did you get this, what? The thing is, I never had the first one in hardback or in paperback. My brother has the complete trilogy in paperback, and so I borrowed his copy when I reread it for the vlog. I found Mockingjay and Catching Fire at thrift stores for like $2 each, both of the hardbacks, and so I just started collecting them, and then my brother just got me this one for my birthday, and then I also have Ballad of Songbirds 6. There it is. So now I have the complete collection. I'm very excited about it. Okay, I'm trying to go through these fast because I have two other boxes that I just got in the mail today that I really want to open on camera. So the next couple are ones that I bought for myself. I got them from various thrift stores, online book thrift places. I'm not going to remember where I got them all, so we're just going to go through them quickly. Okay, the first one that I got was And I Darken by Kristen White. So this came out a while ago, and I never picked it up before, but I found it for really cheap, and it's a fantasy book. I believe there's a triangle, but I don't think it's a love triangle. I think it's like a brother and a sister and then a guy, and they're like, he's friends with the guy and then she's in love with the guy, and they're like, oh my gosh, we disagree on something, which is more important, love or friendship, and it's like, wow. That's what I think it's about. I could be really wrong. We don't know. I showed this really quickly in a video that I made. Was it my mid-year free guide tag? I don't remember. But I did pick up Cinder by Marissa Meyer recently. This is in such good condition. I got this off of Thrift Books, I believe. It's in like pristine condition, and I'm very excited to read it. This is my friend Morgan's favorite series of all time, so I'm very excited to read it soon. The next one I picked up was Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh. I've never read anything from Renee Ahdieh before, but I've heard her books are really, really good. I don't know too much about this one either, but I'm pretty sure there's like an arranged marriage situation. Assassin? Is she like an assassin? She's like some kind of samurai assassin, I think. Which, like, yes. I want to read this so soon. I say that for all the books, and then, like, It never happens. I love this cover, by the way. It's so like these colors, just aesthetic. Aside, yes, okay. I've talked about this book quite a bit on my channel. Have I? I think I just talked about it in one video, but Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. I just picked this up and I already read it and I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. I also picked up Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi recently. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, hey, guess what? You gave Shatter Me 2 stars last year and you claimed it was one of your least favorite books of the year and that you were never going to continue with the series. Why do you have the 3rd book? You haven't even read the 2nd one. Man, you're right. Guess what? I saw it and I was like, why wouldn't I? I do have the 2nd book. I have this one as well, and I haven't read it. I don't know why I did the things that I did. I don't know why I bought this. I don't know if I'll ever read it. I will. The thing is that I will. And like, somebody told me that despite my hatred for love triangles, I would actually like this series. So, but if you don't know the plot of the story, is girl, she touches people and then they die. That's what happens in the first book. Okay, the next 3 are all thrillers. I picked up 2 of them because I had heard of them in the past, and one of them I just found, and I was like, yes. So the first one is Reliers by E. Lockhart. Now, I'm sure you've heard of this book. It's very, very, very popular. Apparently, it's like an incredible twist at the end. I don't know what happens, but I'm very excited to know what happens. I'm pretty sure it follows like a family. They're like, being a family. They're at a private island. That's all I know. This is balanced on like a shoebox and a book and a candle. So, next one is called Syracusa by Delia Ephron. I've never heard of this author or this book before I picked it up, but I found it at a store where there was a lot of cheap books, and I was like, cool. It follows, from what I understand, a family. Oh my gosh, why do both of these follow families? I think I like domestic thrillers. I think I do. Anyway, they're like, there's like married couples and then they go to like vacation in like Italy. It's like lies, psychological thriller, exciting stuff. The last one is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I got this at the recommendation of my good friend Rika, or at I'm Bound by Words on Bookstagram. She's amazing. You should follow her. She'll be linked in the description. Yes. So The Girl on the Train, thriller. I have no idea what this is about, to be honest. I'm just realizing that now I can't give you any semblance of a synopsis because I don't know what it's about. But I'm excited. I'm here for it. Earlier this year I read Gone Girl and I loved it, and she was like, if you love Gone Girl, you should read this, and I was like, I will. So I finally got it. I found it on Thrift Books, yes. Moving right along, I think I only have 2 historical fictions, which is surprising, but the first one I've wanted forever. It's called All Is Fair by D. Garrettson. I've never read anything by this author before, or even seen anything besides this book by this author, but it reminded me, the synopsis reminded me a lot of The Nightingale. I believe there's like a girl and she wants to like help with the war effort. I believe it's World War II. Oh my gosh, I think it's World War I. Okay, I take it back. I believe it's actually World War I because 1918, and I think that was World War I. It definitely wasn't World War II, right? What if I'm just being dumb? No, I'm pretty sure this is World War I, to be honest. That plane looks like a World War I plane. I think we had better planes by World War II. Anyway, she becomes like a spy, cryptic messages as shown with these numbers. Very fun things. Excited to see her thrive. Maybe there's a romance. I feel like there might be, but I don't remember. The next one I got is The Secret Life of Victoria Grant by Beatrice Williams. Actually, this was on sale because it has like an ugly stain on the front of it that I'm not willing to touch. But I was like, well, too bad. I'm gonna buy it because it's cheap. I don't know anything about this. There's like multiple dates on the back. So I'm pretty sure it takes place in like 2 times. I think like one. So I don't really know anything about this book, but now I own it, and I'm gonna read it because I'll read all historical fiction. So yeah, now I own this, and I'm excited. Okay, the next books are going to be contemporary and romances. So the first one I got was Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. I found this at a thrift store. I like went to a bunch of thrift stores because of coronavirus. Some opened, and so now I was like, hi, I'm here, and I'm gonna buy all your books. This is also written in verse. Wow, and it is about a boy whose brother gets killed, I believe. Yes, Will's older brother Sean has been shot dead. I believe it has commentary on race, which I'm very excited to read about. And I've heard it's very, very touching, very moving. Very excited to read it. Yeah, I'm really interested in how... I'm constantly confused about how authors can write such vivid, moving stories in verse, but like I read Blood, Water, Pain. I loved it. It was my second favorite book last year. So I don't know why I'm still doubting the abilities of authors to do this, but I'm really excited about this. The next two are both part of a series, and don't get angry, but one of them is in hardback and the other one is in paperback, and I didn't know that was going to happen when I ordered them, but that's what's happening. So they are To All the Boys I Loved Before, and the second one, which is called P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. I was recommended these by Oriel, or at Chubby Chapters on Instagram. Did she specifically recommend them to me, or did she just post about them a lot, and then I was like, man, I should read those? I don't remember which, but I now own them both. And now you're probably asking me, Maddie, guess what? You haven't read the first one, and you don't know if you like it. You don't really like YA contemporary romance, so why did you buy two of them? And I'm asking myself the same question. Sometimes I'm laying in my bed, which is across from me, and I see my bookshelf, because my bookshelf and my bed are across from each other, and I look at these two books, and I'm like, why did I buy both of them if I didn't know I would like the first one? And then I say, you done goofed, girl. You done goofed. You shouldn't have done it, but you did. I'm in a strange mental state today. Next one, which I hauled a while ago. I got this one from Amazon, actually. I've already read it. It is called Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. It is a romance. It's definitely romance. I don't know if it's YA or adult. I feel like it might be adult. I don't really know. But Taylor Jenkins Reid blurbed it, and so did Christina Lauren. So I was like, hello, I'm buying this. I bought this in honor, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, for the purpose of Pride Month, as it's a male romance between the first son of America and the Prince of England named Henry, and his name is Alex, and they fall in love, and it was beautiful. I gave it 4 stars. You want to know why? Reviews on Goodreads if you want to know why I didn't give it. I almost gave it 5 stars, but I didn't. Very cool book. Loved it. Swooned. Cried. I did cry. Good time. Okay, the next one is called Two Steps Forward by Graham Simpson and Anne Buist. I'm so sorry for my pronunciation of those names. I believe one of them wrote The Rosie Project. Graham Simpson wrote The Rosie Project, and that's like a People Like That book. I've never read it, but I found this at one of the stores that I went to, and I was like, man, this is about hiking. I believe it's about 2 people who are hiking, and they're like, wow, we're both hiking. Oh gosh, I'm the most annoying person ever. Smart and funny, insightful and romantic. The other lady who wrote it, Anne Buist, she's the chair of women's mental health at the University of Melbourne. So that's awesome. Go her. I'm very excited to read this. It sounds fun. I feel like this is gonna be like one of those romances where like 2 people don't know each other at first. They're kind of like, we don't like each other, and like enemies, lovers. But they're not gonna be like enemies. They're just gonna be like, one of them, her husband died. Okay. So it's about like loss and journey and love. Yes. The next one actually I bought from Thrift Books, and it is called Native Son by Richard Wright. I found this like list of books to read in order to educate yourself about Black experiences and such. So this book was on the list. It was the only one that I could find on Thrift Books from the list. I think they're probably all going very fast because a lot of people are buying them. But it takes place in the 1930s. It basically follows the story of a Black man in 1930s Chicago and the struggles that he faces because of that. And I'm really, really interested. I've heard really great things about this book, so I'm very excited to pick it up soon. I believe that is all of the books that I bought recently. Oh, there's one more actually. I've talked about this a couple times on my channel, but my friend Morgan and I have a book club. She also has a booktube and a bookstagram. I will have her stuff linked below. And we go back and forth choosing books that we want to read together. So, for example, we read like The Book Thief, that was her choice, and then we read Normal People by Sally Rooney, that was my choice. And now we're back to her choice, and she chose Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. So, she bought me this book. because I had some hesitancy about buying it myself, just because I don't typically read in this genre of books, but I'm open to it. That's like the fun part of the book club, is like we're open to new genres constantly, because we have like our reading tastes are like Venn diagrams. They're like Venn diagrams, so like they cross in a lot of ways, but we each have our own kind of section. So like I really like historical fiction, and she really likes like this paranormal fantasy romance like genre, which is not necessarily my taste, but I'm being exposed to it, and so that's awesome. I'm always willing to read from new genres and such. We're plugging along. We're plugging away at it. This is how much we have left, so yeah. I have a package of books that I bought a really long time ago, and they just came in. There was some problems with shipping, so I'm opening it on camera because I don't remember what I bought, and that's very exciting. I know one of the books that I bought because I accidentally bought two of them. So it is actually, what's exciting about that book is I bought two of them, and it was just Morgan's birthday. So I gave her one of them, and then that's the one we're going to read for after we finish Beautiful Creatures. So that's my pick, and because she bought me this book, I was like, well, now I'll pay for this one for you, because that's how friendship works. Lessons about friendship with Books with Maddie. Friendship with Maddie. Okay, I got it open. So now, okay, I've been debating about whether to say this or not, because these books are actually from Book Outlet, but they were ordered before. Like I said, they were ordered a long time ago, and they were not ordered recently, so they were ordered before the racist comments that Book Outlet made. So I am no longer purchasing from Book Outlet unless they make some drastic policy and some changes to their website and their policies and their support and things like that. So it is really disappointing, because they were a great resource to get discount books and things like that. But I don't really feel comfortable supporting them after I learned about all of the racist things that they kind of said on Twitter. I wasn't sure whether to mention or not that I got these from Book Outlet, because I didn't want to give them, you know, like publicity by mentioning them on my channel, but also I didn't want to sweep under the rug the fact that these books are actually from Book Outlet, but were ordered before the controversial stuff that they said. That is just disclaimer, but yes. So the first thing that I have here is the entire box set of Caravel. So that's really exciting. Should I open it? I don't know. I mean, I do know. I'm doing it right now. So I have yet to read this series. I know that it was popular a couple years ago, but I never read it, and when I found it, the entire box set, I decided to pick it up. These are very whimsical looking. Wow! Okay, I'm very excited about this. These are very pretty. Even the backs are gorgeous. So I'm not sure where exactly they're gonna fit on my shelf, but I own them, so I can read them now. I don't know exactly what to do when I get a box like this, because I feel weird putting it on my shelf. Maybe I will end up doing that, but I don't know. I want to look what it looks like underneath. That's pretty disappointing. There's just one teardrop, and then the side says the name. I thought there was going to be like this compass looking thing on, but no, embellished on the inside. There was not, but it's fine. I don't know anything about these books. I feel like there's a game aspect. I think it's fantasy. I believe there's romance. I love game aspects. The next book that I got was The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. Okay, so there's like a girl and her best friend died a year from when this takes place, and there's one text message from her friend that she is unopened, not read yet, because she feels it's like the last thing that's left of her best friend. And then she ends up at an airport, I think, ends up by accident swapping phones with a guy, and they get their phones mixed up. And I don't know what happens after that, because you have to read the book to find out. But I actually just saw somebody else on BookTube read this, and I can't remember the name of her channel, but I will like put it here. I love her channel. The name is slipping my mind right now. I'm so sorry, but I will link her channel in the description and put her name here. But she just read it, which I've never heard anybody actually talk about this book on BookTube, and she said she really, really enjoyed it. So I'm very excited. Yes. Ah! Okay! It's like a stick. Books, and they all fell. Anyway, the next one is the book that I bought 2 of by mistake, and 1 went to Morgan, and then I just received this one here. So it is All the Truth That's in Me by Julie Berry. I've also never heard anybody talk about this one, fun fact. But it is by Julie Berry, which she wrote my all-time favorite book, Lovely War. This came out in 2013, so like a while before Lovely War. So I don't know how her writing style has changed or evolved, or, you know, if it was different back then, but I'm still really interested in how this will read. The concept actually really does intrigue me. I don't know exactly what happens, but I'm pretty sure there's like a girl and there's a mystery aspect, but there's also romance. So like a mystery romance, which is like interesting because I usually don't enjoy mystery books. So it took me a while to convince myself to pick this up, but yeah, it's Julie Berry, so I'm reading it. Okay, 2 more from this box. The first one is A Million Junes by Emily Henry. This is a magical realism book, which I've never read anything that is like exclusively magical realism, like that's the #1 genre, and I'm pretty sure this one is like very, very like centered around magical realism and such, which is very exciting. I believe it's like a Romeo and Juliet retelling kind of situation, which is very interesting. The last from this box is Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I saw Books and Lala read this a while ago, and like the plot really intrigued me. There was something about it, I believe, in her video that like it says it in the synopsis, but like she found out without knowing in the synopsis, and it was like very shocking. So I'm gonna read it without knowing the synopsis. I can't remember what it was though, which is helpful, but I feel like I might remember it when I get into it. But it is a thriller. I don't remember what else it's about, but I'm really excited to read it. I heard it is very, very gruesome, so if that is something that you are sensitive about, I would take that into consideration if you pick up this book. The last part of this haul I'm the most excited about because I just received a very exciting package in the mail from my very good friend Julia on Bookstagram. Their Bookstagram name is @TheRogueCommander. They are the most lovely person I've ever met, and I love them with my entire heart. And they sent me a bunch of books by people of color and about people of color and things like that because I'm very interested in educating myself, obviously, and things like that, and I don't have a lot of money to buy new releases and things like that, and they offered to send me some, which was the nicest thing that anybody's ever done for me, and I just received it in the mail today. Oh, it's in an Aloe Crate box. That's exciting. So, yes, I'm very excited about this. We're going to open it. I don't know what books are in here. I don't know anything, but literally the second before I started filming this, that box came in the mail with all of those books that I just hauled, and then this came in the mail, and so we are just hauling away. We are having a good haul. I wrote on it, not actually an owl crate. Okay, good to know. Very fun. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, there is, oh my gosh! I'm sorry, I'm having the best time right now. Okay, there is, green bubble wrap, which my dog will enjoy. He loves chasing those things around. I've wanted this book so badly. Okay. I've wanted this book so freaking badly. It's actually ridiculous. So, the first one is The Fascinators by Andrew. Oh gosh. Oh! The sticker just fell out! It's like Wonder Woman. Oh my gosh, it's so cool! It's Wonder Woman, Batgirl, and Supergirl. That is the actual coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm putting it on my laptop immediately after I film this. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Julia. I don't know how to thank you. Oh my gosh, there's a bookmark in here too! That is so cool! I think it's the bookstore that they work at. But it's called Literary Bookstore. Yes. Okay. So this is Fascinators. This has been on my TBR, to be honest with you. This is amazing. I don't know much of what it's about, but I know there's magic. I know there's romance. I'm pretty sure it's queer romance. So like, we're here for it. Fans of Maggie Stiefvater. I'm a fan of Maggie Stiefvater. I literally, kid you not, the other day, I was looking at this book on Goodreads and I was like, man, I want to read that book. Yes. So excited. Okay, well, ironically, the next one is Dear Martin by Nick Stone, which I also just received from my friend for my birthday. But I have 2 copies, and that's great. Like, yes, I might gift this to, maybe I'll gift it to Morgan and then we'll read this for a book club. Perfect. Okay, so the next one is from Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon, and I believe she's the same one who wrote When Dimple Met Rishi. Yes, my friend Morgan read When Dimple Met Rishi and loved it, so I've heard very good things about this. This is a really pretty cover also. I'm very excited about this. I believe it's a romance. I'm so excited. I love romance books. Okay, so the next one is, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh wait, there's there's stickers at the bottom of the package. Let's read them all. Hope in the shadow of fear is the world's most powerful motivator. Neil Shusterman. You are your own best weapon. Marie Rutkovsky. In a society that I love this quote. In a society that profits from your self-doubt, liking yourself is a rebellious act. Caroline Caldwell. And then this is in, I don't know what language this is in, this last one, but it's Margaret Atwood. So we'll look up what that means and I'll put it in here. But okay, so the reason that it's taking me a long time to reveal this last one is because this is the hilarious. It's not that funny, but I think it's funny. So I have wanted this book since the moment it was released. And it is so expensive on Amazon. It is like $17. And I always think like, well, at thrift books, I can get like 5 books for $17. Like, why would I ever, well, probably 3 books for $17. Why would I ever buy a book? And then I signed up for a class next semester called Gender and Sexuality in Literature. And this book is on the syllabus. And I was like, oh, happy because I finally get the book, but sad because it's really expensive. And now the book is in this package, and I am so happy about it. On Earth for Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. I also, Vuong? I'm sorry if I pronounced it, Ocean Vuong? I'm sorry, I probably butchered that name. But holy cow, that is hilarious. It is literally on my syllabus right now as a book that I need to buy over the summer, and so you just saved me so much money, Julia. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is amazing. I don't remember exactly what this book is about because I always wanted it to be a surprise when I read it, and now I'm going to read it for school, and I just have it, and I am elated right now. I am elated. And we got stickers. Okay, so let's just review all of the things that Julia gave us because, my goodness, they are a blessing. They are a blessing. First of all, this fun bookmark, which, you know what, I just realized I don't have, like, any bookmarks, like, actual bookmarks. I always use Post-it notes, so I'm gonna start using this friggin' bookmark, because, yes, this amazing sticker with the best DC characters in the world, the women. And these are such cool stickers. I'm gonna put these on my laptop, too. My laptop's gonna be decked out by the end of this, yes. Okay, now, books, these 4, yes. The Fascinators, Dear Martin, From Twinkle with Love, and On Earth for Briefly Gorgeous. Thank you, Julia, so much. You are the actual sweetest, most kindest person I've ever had the pleasure of being acquainted with. This is honestly one of the kindest things anybody has ever done for me. I am so incredibly grateful. And please go follow them on Instagram. I will have their Instagram linked in the description below. They're amazing, incredible photographer, sweetest person you'll ever meet. That is the end of the book haul. That is all of the books. This video is going to be terrible to edit. I've been stupid the entire time. I'm gonna have to cut out all me being stupid. In conclusion, I should have done a haul earlier because some of those books I bought last month. So I should have done a haul earlier. And now I know. Because this is gonna be really upsetting to edit because it's gonna be like an hour of footage. Anyway, I don't know how to end this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Julia, for these 4 books and for the stickers and for the bookmark and for the love. I felt the love coming out of the package. thank you so much. Let me know below if you've read any of the books that I hauled, what you thought of them. Let me know what your favorite ones that I hauled were, which ones you think I should read first. Let me know all of the things down below. I hope you have a great day and a great week, and I will see you very soon.